I think it's fair to say that stop and search has always been a bit of a hot topic. But have you ever wondered, what are the police powers and procedures around it? I'm Avian Solar, and in this video I'm going to be looking at just that. So if stop searches are so controversial, why are they still used? Code A of the Policing Codes of Practice states that the primary purpose of a stop search is for an officer to confirm or allay their suspicions about an individual without exercising their powers of arrest. This means that it saves time for both the police officer and the individual. It means they don't have to arrest someone to search them. Legislation-wise, there are multiple pieces of legislation that allow an officer to stop and search an individual or a vehicle if they have reasonable grounds to suspect they're going to find something. Depending on what that something is, depends on what legislation they will use. I'm going to cover the three main ones here, which are Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, which allow an officer to search an individual for stolen items, offensive weapons or fireworks. Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, which allow an officer to search an individual for drugs and illegal substances. And Section 47 of the Firearms Act, which allow an officer to search an individual if they suspect they've got a firearm or an imitation firearm on them. So I've just mentioned reasonable grounds. What are reasonable grounds to search someone? Well, an officer may build reasonable grounds based on information they've received, whether that be from the public, the police systems, or information they've gathered themselves, or an individual's actions, such as something they've been seen doing or something they've been heard saying. An officer may not build reasonable grounds based on someone's past convictions or their appearance unless specific information identifies them. An example of this is police cannot just search someone based on their ethnicity, race or gender. However, if they receive information that says in a specific area a male with short brown hair, wearing glasses, a beard and wearing a blue fleece has been seen in possession of drugs, they may go search anyone in that area who is matching that description, because they have specific information relating to someone's specific appearance. So we've now established that an officer has grounds and legislation to search someone. What must they tell the individual they're going to search? Well, this can be put into the mnemonic, go wisely. The G stands for grounds. The officer must inform the individual the grounds for the search. O stands for object. They must inform the individual what object they are looking for. W. The officer must display their warrant card to identify themselves. I. Identification. The officer must identify themselves by their rank, collar number and their name. S. Station. What station is the officer based at? L. Legislation. The officer must inform the individual what legislation they're using to search the individual. E. Entitlement to a copy. An individual being searched is entitled to a copy of the search record and they must be informed of this. And finally, Y. You were detained. The officer must inform the individual that they are detained for the purpose of a search. Now, quite a few officers will actually put the detained bit at the beginning, because the moment they say that you are detained for the purpose of a search, the individual is then detained by law, and if they do try to break for it and run away, then they are actually committing a criminal offence. So now an officer's passed on all the relevant information to an individual, they may conduct one of three searches. A standard search, which will involve an individual's jacket, outer clothing and gloves, as well as possibly any vehicle they're in being searched. A strip search, which will involve the individual being taken back to a police station where authorization can be given for all of an individual's clothing to be searched, as well as making sure there is nothing concealed on an individual's person. Or an intimate search, which will involve a medical professional conducting a thorough search of an individual, including a cavity search. So now you know a bit more about police powers for stop and search. If you would like to learn more, please take a look at my other real law videos, and please, if you do like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I hope you have a very nice day.